Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendon and I'll be your editor for this game. We played and recorded a Pathfinder 2nd Edition one-shot while we were on a break. We have about 5 episodes of this game and then another game or two to enjoy before we get back to Exalted. So I'll let our amazing DM Alex explain it. Enjoy!
In a small farming village far from the cities of the kingdom, a child vanishes in the night. A group of townsfolk who draw the short straws go to investigate. A witch lives in the woods, but some in the party have secrets of their own. Hey guys, this is Alex, longtime accomplice of the regular crew. I run the Discord among other things. Unlike everyone else, I live on the West Coast, and one Sunday a few months ago, the usual recording day, I woke up to a string of messages that left the group with no DM for the evening. And in my half-asleep brain, I thought it would be funny to throw a premise I made up on the spot into chat. An hour later, when I checked back hoping for a few amused responses and an emoji or two, I found instead people wanted that premise. They wanted the game to run. So began my 6-hour sprint to throw together a game for a bunch of folks unfamiliar with the system, Pathfinder 2. It's far from perfect, but no game that goes from conception to playing in 6 hours is. I hope you all enjoy an adventure in Havelsgard.
I'm Cody, and I'm playing Sir Fluffington III, first of his name. Protector of children, vanquisher of the nasties, defeater of darkness, and the bringer of cuddles.
The third of his name?
No, Sir Fluffington III, first of his name. Doesn't have to make sense. I was named by a child, sir.
Right.
Oh, it's good.
So you see before you a little lion-shaped teddy bear doll that appears to be wearing a breastplate fashioned out of some sort of soft light metal, like it was a make-believe breastplate for a child, holding a wooden shield and a stick that he's holding almost like a sword, swinging at the underbrush.
So that is what you see ahead of you, slowly making its way deeper into the woods, alone.
Teddy Roosevelt, this motherfucker.
It's clearly possessed. We have to kill it.
I'm sorry. Dick Cheney was the bear guy. My bad.
The tracks you have been following have also started to follow what appear to be goblin tracks. So at this point, you're kind of following a combination of tracks. But the teddy bear is by himself.
But it's very clear that the tracks that led from the house lead up to the lion bear.
I mean, maybe the lion bear is following the odd tracks, but yeah, currently he's on the path.
I just lean over to Kiara, and I'm just like, you know about occult stuff. Is this normal? Because I've never seen a lion bear just walking around like this.
Cody, would you like to roll a perception check to notice that you're being followed?
I would.
I roll occult to
Go for it.
I'd also like to roll occult.
Yeah, do it.
non-nat 20 on occult roll.
Okay. You've heard stories. Many are invented, but there are stories of
Wouldn't be me if it wasn't a medicine roll.
children's toys or just inanimate objects that are basically infused with emotional energy of someone that cares deeply about them. And it's possible that this teddy bear has been infused with agency, I guess.
So much love and devotion, it became a real boy.
Yeah.
So Kiara's gonna look down to, because I'm assuming you said you're a gnome, right? So you're short?
Again?
You said you're a gnome, right? So you're kind of shorter?
Yeah.
Alright, so Kiara's gonna look down to Edda. I wouldn't say it's normal, but definitely possible that if this stuffed toy belonged to a young lady who loved it very, very much, ended up somehow giving it life.
That sounds a little convoluted, but I've seen weirder things, so I'll just take your word for it.
And Cody, what did you get?
I got a 20.
Wow. So the question is, how sneaky have you guys been trying to be at this point? Walking an hour and a half into the forest.
Probably not on my part. I'm just trying to track this. Unless I hear something to make me want to be sneaky. Like if I heard goblins very plainly, then I'd be like, shh, and try and be stealthy, but...
Then I'm going to say you, Cody, you hear them kind of coming up behind you, sort of. They're larger folks wearing, all sorts of gear, like something's surely making a noise. And they're talking amongst themselves a bit.
Ho-ho! I guess my help has finally arrived.
Oh no.
You shouldn't be so loud. We're tracking the goblins. He says, obviously not whispering.
Yes. And Edda points, like, mostly up, because I assume even the dwarf is taller than her. Yes, we're tracking the goblins. What are you?
I am Sir Fluffington III, first of his name. Protector of children, vanquisher of nasties, defeater of darkness, and giver of cuddles. The champion of Fulgrit.
I lean over to Bokland. Hey, so Kiara says this is potentially normal. Are we sure this isn't the witch doing this?
By the way, Kiara, I'm going to have you do a religion check after that.
Okay.
Could I also do a religion check?
Can I also do a religion check?
Yes, you guys all heard it. I just know that religion is definitely something Cleric's going to excel at.
Can I also do a religion check?
Oh, Jesus.
You know what? I have it, but I don't want to.
I just have a +6 for religion, so I just want to just try.
Did you say 28?
28.
Wow.
I got a 9.
In what he said, he claimed to be a champion of Fulgrit, I think it was. You recognize this as the goddess of mothers and children and such.
The goddess of mothers and children?
Yes.
Also, I got a 23, so
yeah, if you got over like a 15, you're probably aware of this.
So the ladies got it. Got it.
Yeah. The dice tell the story they want to tell, I guess.
Ah, fantastic. Good to meet you there, Sir Fluffington III, champion of Folgers. Well met.
Oh my god.
The worst part of waking up is your friend not being there, huh?
Well, achieving sentience was a little more discomforting, but yeah, I get the sentiment.
Yeah. Was that a recent thing? Or...
No, I've been around a while, maybe 2 or 3 hours.
That's what most people would consider as recent.
It's been my whole life.
Still recent.
Well, what I hear is that you're just someone who's trying very hard to find and protect someone who you care very deeply about before they're gone. And that's all I need to know.
Oh yes, I have sworn a duty to bring Belle back. Or make sure this doesn't happen again.
I like both options. We can aim for both.
Okay, so can you enlighten us more on what happened? If you were there?
Basically, all you remember, Cody, before truly awakening a few hours past, is kind of like just kind of blurry emotional imprints. You remember kind of the bad dreams in a way, not the dreams themselves, just that she was having them and that she needed to. And you remember good moments too, being in the sun with her. But you don't have like specific memories at that time.
Well, you see, I remember the cuddles and playing in the sunlight. And then Belle was having a bad dream. I remember that. She was tossing and turning. And then I woke up with the sudden urge for vengeance.
Sounds right. Wait, did you open the window?
Well, yeah. How else was I supposed to get out of the house?
Was it unlocked, or did you unlock it?
Houses have doors.
It was unlocked before.
Well, it was already unlocked. It's just, easier to reach the window than it is the doorknob. I'm not quite tall enough, and
Even more curious.
I feel like the window is probably higher than the doorknob.
Not if they're on the bed.
Depends where the bed is, but this is all semantics at this point.
there weren't
Not really.
plans between me and the window.
The point is the window was already unlocked and it shouldn't have been.
Well, that puts me back behind square one. A child doesn't just disappear. I thought you carried her off or something.
But also, I didn't find any other footprints other than Sir Fluffington the Third. She kind of has a weird look on her face, like, is that right? Am I really talking to a doll right now?
My friends just call me Fluffy for short.
Okay, well, I don't know if you consider me your friend, so I'll just stick to Sir Fluffington.
Oh, Belle's the only friend I've ever had. But you're here to help me find her, so that makes you friends too. We'll find her with the power of friendship and this sword I found. And he shakes his stick and it turns into a longsword.
Holy shit.
Where did you find a longsword? As she pulls her longsword out also.
It is, by the way, a longsword that looks like it's foam and tinfoil or something along those lines.
A LARP
Okay.
sword, if you will.
Yeah.
Or, a child's toy wooden
Okay,
sword.
I thought it was going to be a legit longsword. I'm just like, where? How? Why?
It's all in the power of imagination.
Right. Okay. It still doesn't answer how she didn't have any footprints or any footprints leading there or away. We just found yours. So how did she get out of the house without anything?
Mayhaps
Magic,
the witch
obviously.
flew her out.
What was that?
Mayhaps the witch flew her out.
That makes about as much sense as anything else right now. Magic's not entirely my forte. I can do a small trifle with it, and I know a good bit about the Arcana, but actual spells is a little beyond me.
There was a small amount of enchantment magic in her room. Not sure where that came from.
Edda just gestures to Sir Fluffington.
Sir
In
Fluffington
champ.
waves enthusiastically.
I don't... maybe.
Possibly enchantment. I mean, is there a spell that can teleport somebody away?
There's tons of spells to lift someone away. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe instead of just pondering, maybe we just need to keep going to see if she's with the goblins.
Certainly.
Yes, we'll hunt down the goblins and make them tell us where their master is.
Okay. So at this point, it is kind of mid-afternoon, early to mid-afternoon. The forest, this far in, which you're like couple, like 2 miles maybe into. At this point, it's starting to get a little more like undergrowth, brambles, and uneven ground. It is not the easiest for navigating and for moving through at a quick rate. So you guys have goblin tracks to follow. You spend basically the rest of the afternoon chasing them down. It is probably kind of a like golden hour, though it doesn't feel very golden in the woods. The canopy is thick and the shadows are long at this point. When you come across a line of stones that seem to kind of curve around a large mound in the middle of the woods.
Just stones?
Yeah, they appear to be stones. The sort that are Sir Fluffington sized, roughly on average. Kind of placed side to side in a ring, but they're not like carved into a shape or made square or anything like that. They're just, I don't know, natural stones that were found and placed.
Just around a mound of dirt?
Yeah, the mound is probably 10 to 15 feet tall and 30 to 40 feet in diameter. And it is, I mean, it does not look fresh. There's grasses and brambles and bushes, even some ferns that grow upon it. The one thing that doesn't seem to grow upon it are the trees.
Huh.
Can I roll a religion check to see if this is like a Stonehenge or something like that?
Yeah, go for it.
I would like to do the same thing, but with Arcana.
All right, do that.
18.
16.
Cool. So, Dennick, you recall that the tombs of the old dwarves, the old dwarven like royalty and stuff, were buried in such a way, and more notably to what you were trying to recall, they are known to be cursed. Curses and spells and wards placed upon them in their time. Cody, you remember this as just kind of an inspiration thought that comes to you, just that divine inspiration. You recognize this as what's the opposite of sanctified?
Desecrated?
Yes, desecrated ground.
A tomb of one of the Dwarven kings.
Mm-hmm.
Ill omens to me.
The watchful mother says children shouldn't play on this mound.
Can I throw over a quick detect magic on this thing?
Yeah. Does anyone have like a lore history trained?
Lore of my patron deity.
I got lower herbalism. I can tell you about the plants.
I have lore underworld. I can know how lucrative it is to steal from them.
I have lore warfare.
I have lore
Lore what?
legal? I don't know, man. You made this character sheet for me.
That must have just come with some other feat or background or something.
I will look that up. I think that I'm able to pick up lore local. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah.
I could have sworn that I saw it on there.
I do have society.
Yeah, society's more like knowing people in town. If this was like something that was known in the town, that would be more helpful.
Fair enough.
Could I, real quick, could I switch my lore legal that I got from my background to lore local? Like, as in, like, I have local knowledge of my hometown, which I assume this place is. Would that be fair?
I mean, I'm fine with you making that swap. I don't know that it's going to help you in this particular situation.
Yeah, because that's the only thing that I have that could do that.
Yeah, I was just curious. Doesn't really matter.
+6 in occultism, and that's probably the best I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say that I have lore local and see if maybe that helps. Because I mean, this is local to the area.
Sure, why not?
I've got
See what you get.
Medicine stuff, but I don't think that's gonna help. So.
Right.
21. Maybe I know something.
Okay.
I already made my Arcana roll, so I'm just gonna backseat this until everyone else rolls something.
I do have Arcana also.
Yeah, you not that you know this one specifically, but in your travels, being a dwarf of some age, you have seen and heard of other mounds like this. They are, after all, a remnant of the old dwarven hegemony. These tombs often are guarded by essentially warriors that are bound to them. Often of the skeletal variety. given their age. They are known to slumber within, but will emerge if the tomb is disturbed.
We should stick clear of the tomb. There are bound warriors, ageless and undying within. It would be unwise to set foot upon its grounds. We should go around.
As you say, wizened elder.
And the footprints don't go into that space, they go around.
The footprints go over it.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, let's. All right. With that in mind, let's go around, and if we notice the footprints are gone, then we might have to deal with whatever this is. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
I want to, for another reason, check it out, but I know everyone else doesn't.
Huh?
I hate being that guy.
Do you, though?
Do you hate me being that guy?
I always found it interesting. I'm just giving my my character's opinion. I don't want to deal with no skeleton warriors. I'm a bard.
Well, I mean, if it's just defending the tomb, if we just go over it and leave, it shouldn't be a big deal. What if it's important? What if they went... I'm gonna walk over it. You guys keep on if you don't want to.
Okay.
This place lacks honor. My blade shall taste blood today.
Okay.
I'm going to start trying to stealth, so then things do not find the squishy bard.
If you're gonna stealth anyone, then now would be a great time to roll that.
Maybe I'll also stealth.
I'll try.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm not gonna
Does
do very well.
the collective party not want me to do this? Because if we add a character don't, then I won't.
No, out of character, I'm totally fine with you doing this.
You know what? I'll try. I'll try for the lulz.
I'm just gonna stand on the outside. I'm not gonna stealth, and I'm just gonna poke them out with my shovel. Let's see what happens after everyone's done stealthing.
I got a nat 20, but it became a 19 because I have a -1 in stealth.
Well, and
Still
that
better than
20
me.
is then bumps your thing up, so that's probably gonna help you.
I got 21.
Okay. 21. 21. A 13?
Cody, are you gonna try to stealth, or are you just ready to go?
I hide from no undead.
Imagine, before he goes to walk over it, that I kind of Kiara kind of dips behind a tree.
Okay. All right.
And Dennick, once everyone's in position, kind of just gives a good poke to the mound with his shovel.
Okay. As you're doing that, going, making your way across the mound and all that, you hear like a wolf's howl, but it seems to emanate from inside the mound. Kind of like it's calling out to its fellow wolves. But you see nothing at the moment.
I'm gonna kind of scan the area around, not just the mound, but to see what's around.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll keep going over it, I guess, unless something stops me.
Okay. So for those that are making their way around and or over, as you kind of come around to the far side, you notice there's essentially kind of a bit of a channel dug into this, and there seems to be essentially a doorway sealed with a stone slab. It is it looks like it probably held carving at one point, but it looks like it's been worn away with time and weather. The door does not open, and nothing else really happens at that moment.
Do the goblin footprints look like they lead into, like, they went through the door, or like they continued over the mound?
No, the goblin footprints look like they continue over and just move on off into the forest.
Well, seeing that nothing happened, Kiara will kind of poke her head out from behind the tree. Are we good?
You know, as soon as somebody says, yeah, we're fine, that's when they get attacked, right?
It appears that those two have finished traipsing over the corpses of what might have once been ancestors of mine. If anything, now is the moment at which that we would be attacked, as that I've just said that. So, considering that I do not see anything, hopefully, I think that we're good.
You do not?
All right, then. I won't lie, curiosity did get the better of me.
Yep. You do have a kind of tingle on the back of your neck, that hair standing on end sort of feeling as you cross the top. And it carries with you even as you all regroup and begin to move on. And it's only then that you hear the returning, answering wolves' calls in the distance.
Maybe we should keep moving.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Perhaps the dogs will help us. Belle loved puppies.
These are no simple animals, Lord Fluffington. They are beasts of the woods, survivors who live near goblins and witches. They will not be our friends.
We should keep going.
You all continue following the goblin tracks until you come upon something of a ravine with a small creek running through it with some gusto. And it is pretty much dusk at this point. You see the goblin tracks lead up to the edge, then kind of backtrack, I don't know, 10 feet or something, and clearly take a running start at a jump. It is unclear to you if they made it to the other side. But you see no bodies.
We see no bodies?
Yeah, like it's not like they failed to make the jump and ended up bashing themselves on the rocks below or something.
Gotcha.
So, it is near dusk, and you are on the edge of a bit of a ravine, a gully. And it looks like the goblins made the jump, or at least attempted it. This is the sort of thing where you can use different skills to try and cross it.
How wide is it?
Probably like 20 feet.
I'm gonna get a running start and jump, try and use athletics.
Okay.
What? Wait, Edda! I had a rope. Take this with you here.
just gonna like he throws it right as I'm about to jump, and I just kind of grab it and go.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold onto the other side of the rope.
I mean, I think I had a rope, but this is probably the safest way, just in case I miss that jump.
Well, I was gonna have it so that you could give us like a rope bridge of some kind.
I have +8 to athletics, but I rolled like crap. So
Boy,
Sir Fluffington is running and jumping like immediately after her because no fear, no hesitation.
All right. Cool.
no fear.
Wow.
I didn't take the prophet feat that makes me immune to fall damage. Oh well.
Oh well.
Feel
So-
medic. I can just both up. It's fine.
Yeah, those are some rolls, guys.
I do have the powerful leap roll feat though. That adds 5 to my horizontal leap.
Okay, so yours would end up being
Well, it adds 5 feet. So I think it ends up being 15 by base.
okay. Did you roll in athletics?
No, not yet. I'm rolling it right now.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't see a number. Oh,
24.
Yeah, nice. So Sir Fluffington makes the leap with relative ease. And yeah, unfortunately Edda does not have as much success. So I'm gonna have you roll a reflex save to catch yourself.
Light favors the fearless, friend.
I'm going to continue to hold on to my end of the rope just in case. It's not much,
Okay.
but it's something.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'll come and
I
ask the
go to
wizard to
screen to
help.
see what my reflex was.
Ooh,
And that's
nice.
better than a 2, so
Yeah. Okay. I will say that you kind of don't clear the gap, but you're able to you kind of slam into rocks on the other side, but you're able to hold on so you don't slip down or swing back.
Okay. So I like grab on with one hand, I've got the rope in the other, and I just kind of like quickly rig the rope through my armor and start trying to climb up the rocks looking for like tapping things to see if there's a good spot to grab onto and keep going up.
Okay. You do take 5 damage though in the slamming into the rock.
Okay, so that puts me at 42 health. Okay.
Cool. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, you're able to kind of get yourself planted up there and no longer falling off stuff. What are you guys doing with this rope?
Edda, if you could please place the rope, or try and stake the rope down, and then I'll do the same from this end, and then we can try to like cross the bridge, or maybe Kiara could hold the rope, and me and Dennick can try and cross the rope. Since we're a little bit, I kind of like look at the bard and the wizard and kind of go,
I think you're both old too.
Yeah, we're both also
I'm
old.
a half elf. Excuse you.
Sure. Let me look to see if there's any place to secure this, like a nice hardy tree or something. I can just tie this
There
off.
are plenty of trees over.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put a nice knot, like wrap it around the tree a couple times and put a nice tight knot, and even make sure I have a little bit of an end on it so I can grip it if need be.
Okay.
That's an excellent knot, Edda.
You learn some stuff in the field, so. I also know how to tie some bandages on wounds. Different procedure though.
Excellent. Is there an area for me to also, I guess, tie my end of the rope around on this side?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in a pretty dense forest. There's trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna tie my end of the rope on this side so that we have a. It's not perfect, but it's a secure bit of rope that we can probably either shimmy across or, I don't know, do an acrobatic cartwheel or something. But, we don't have to worry about jumping. Because, 20 feet is my entire movement speed as a dwarf.
You could probably do the whole, hold on, wrap your feet around it, hold on to it, and shimmy across it thing.
That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap my feet around it, and I'm going to shimmy across it like a scared child.
I'm still going to have you do I'll say acrobatics or athletics, but I'm going to give you a +4 for the rope.
Okay. I'm going to use acrobatics since I actually have points in that. I got 21.
Cool. Right, yeah. I mean, it might take you a little bit, and it might not be the most enjoyable experience, but you make it across.
You can do it!
And the same for anyone else who still needs to cross.
Remember,
I am not Brendon, you did a tightrope walk, right?
No, I shimmied across it like a scared child.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna kind of do like a sloth thing where I get down and I grab a hold of it and crawl, but it's like a sloth. So I'm hanging from it. Have my legs crossed over the top and then my hands on it to kind of pull.
That's what I was talking about. Was you have your legs up over it and you're holding on and going and shimmying across it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it's athletics, right?
Athletics or acrobatics, I'll let you use either with the rope.
Well, if I get to choose, I'm not choosing athletics.
Okay.
Because athletics is a -2. Acrobatics is a +4.
Yeah.
A 6.
Oh, wow. Well, +4 for the rope.
To a 10.
Wow.
Hey. I'm just gonna be praying quietly as I'm trying to cross.
I'm gonna have you roll a reflex save as it the rope kind of undulates awkwardly and kind of breaks you free a little bit.
Oh no. Oh no. You said reflex. 22.
So it's a scary moment, but you cling on. You lose your grip with either your legs or your arms, but the other one doesn't give way.
So I imagine Kiara's making her way across very slowly. She starts to lose her grip and almost falls. So she closes her eyes tightly and prays to her deity, and then goes to make it her way the rest of the way.
Yeah, yeah. So you make it across.
Who are we praying to?
It is.
I just didn't know if it was someone new from the canon.
I actually don't remember if I.
Oh, you did not set a deity.
Deity on there.
I pray to a higher being.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. I'm not going to make up a god right now.
Insert deity here.
Yeah.
Insert the thing that's saving my life from falling off this rope.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys all make it across.
I didn't roll yet, unless you want me to just be there.
Sorry, I just didn't pick up on that. So yeah, roll.
I'll just use acrobatics.
Okay.
It's +4 with the rope.
Yes. Yeah.
23.
You tight tight walk rope your way across with great success. So everyone makes it across. Is there a plan to recover the rope, or are you leaving it?
Can I think I can get it back if we want.
Why don't we just leave it there so we have a way to get back? Because we'll
Okay.
presumably need to get back across. So instead of me slamming my face into a wall again, we can
I
just
do
use
have
the
a rope as well that we can use if we need it later.
I'm fine with leaving my rope here for now.
I believe I also have a rope. I'd have to just recheck my pack. It's been a little bit since I've looked in there.
Oh, I want to pat Edda on the back.
It's okay. It's not always about whether you succeed or fail. It's about not letting it keep you down.
And cast Lay on Hands.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I was just gonna patch myself up with some
But
ointments
the
and
power
bandages.
of friendship.
I mean, I have a medical kit. I literally am trained in field medic stuff, so I can heal us and without having to use spell slots and stuff.
It's a focus spell. I just gotta refocus for 10 minutes and I get to go again.
Okay. That's kind of like my thing. I have it set up to where I can heal 2 people for an amount and whatnot. So yeah.
All right. So it is. You guys find the goblin tracks. It is basically fully dusk at this point. Do you guys plan to continue into the night, or do you plan to make camp, or what? I mean, obviously you can go a little further and whatever, but within half an hour of this, you would be having to make that choice.
I think I bought a torch if we wanted to try and keep going. Oh, I have torches. I didn't. I'm cool with you said it's what, in like about 30 minutes it'll be like darkness.
Yeah.
Kiara's gonna look around and kind of look up to the sky. I think it might be best if we maybe set up camp. Try to get some rest so we're fully ready to go tomorrow.
I'm fine either way. I could probably keep going for a little bit longer. I also have some torches and things. But if everybody's feeling a little sleepy, we can rest and make camp while there's still daylight out.
We should continue while there's still daylight out. Once the sun sets, it becomes dangerous. That's when we can set up camp. But if the difference between us and the girl is a simple half hour, we should continue just in case.
I agree. I am specifically trained to combat the darkness.
And on the other end, I'm quite accustomed to it. The goblins won't wait for the night to turn into day. And I wasn't going to sleep anyway. Haven't for a while now.
Then
The rings
onward.
around his eyes make so much more sense now.
Then onward we go.
I'm fine to keep going.
Okay. Roll me, I guess, a perception check. And at this point, I'm going to ask you to check and see if you have low light vision, dark vision, or if it doesn't say either, you just have normal vision.
I have dark vision.
I have low light, but I also have torches if I need them.
I also have low light.
I have dark vision.
All right, cool. So I'm going to have you all roll perception checks as you guys are kind of moving forward into the darkness.
I have low light.
Okay. So people with low light, you basically the torches are going to be necessary, and you're able to see into the like extended range of torchlight. There's kind of like 2 zones. There's like bright light and dim light.
So Kiara's gonna light a torch. And I rolled a 28.
16.
16.
I will also have to light a torch unless I'm sitting close to Kiara, or walking close to Kiara. I got 24.
Okay.
I got an 18.
I got a 16.
I got a 12.
Okay. So Kiara and Edda, I think it's funny that it's you two with the low light vision or whatever, if I heard that right. That it's you two who spot little occult wards and little dangly bits of kind of like half dream catchers, half tied together symbols of twigs and twine and leaves and little animal skulls and stuff that hang in the trees here and there as you move forward.
As we're walking, I'm gonna look over. Hey, there's some stuff hanging around here. I'm not sure if it's to ward against here or war names, but we might need to be careful. I think we're getting close.
I was gonna say it definitely could potentially become an issue if we are super close and it is dark, so everyone should have their wits about them.
I'm just gonna kind of have at least my my shield pulled out and the arm that's not holding the torch. I know you mentioned occult, and it seems more like it might be occulty. Is there any way I could roll like Arcana or Religion to gain more insight into what these might be?
I mean, you can try, and depending on your result, I can potentially give you some information. It might not be as complete as like a cult might be.
I can roll a cult though.
I'd also like to roll cold.
Yeah, my Arcana is +5, my Religion's +6, and my occult is, +0. So I was trying to see if I could figure out something within my frame of knowledge to like.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll something, and I might be able to give you something.
I've rolled a cult twice this game. The first roll was a 3. The second roll was a 2. I have +11 on occult.
I got
I
a
hate this fucking dice roll.
25 on my occult roll.
Okay.
Of course you did.
Hey, look, I called it first, so it's giving me the higher number. Could have said you were going to roll a cult first.
I think you and me both know that wouldn't have changed things.
Nah.
If I make a character to do something, I'm determined to be shit at that thing, no matter what.
Well, listen, Tyler. Once you start punching as a wizard who casts fist, and you'll only roll 20s when you punch people.
Okay. So, okay. What
I
skill
rolled a
are
cult.
you?
I got 25 for an occult roll.
Okay. So these are there's different ones. Some are symbolic. Kind of symbolic, projecting power. They're kind of used as warnings. They're kind of used as, I mean, whatever you want to take it as. It's kind of claiming it as this area is under this kind of protection or something. Other ones carry magic, and those ones create wardings. Some seem to be more like alarm type magics. Stuff stuff like that. They don't seem to be set out in like a meticulous way. It seems almost random what ones you see and what they are. But you do notice them getting a little more dense as you progress.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yep, go for it.
How do we go about dispelling magic in this game?
There's a spell for that.
Yeah, dispel magic.
I have that spell. It's a level 2 spell for me.
Yeah, it's an actual spell, and then you can. I think you can like counter spell, but that's different.
Yeah, so you unravel the magic behind a spell or effect. Attempt a counteract check against the target. If you succeed against a spell effect, you counteract it. If you succeed against a magic item, the item becomes a mundane item of its type for 10 minutes. This doesn't change the item's non-magical properties. If the target is an artifact or similar item, you automatically fail.
Okay, so using a level 2 spell slot on a number of little trinkets that'll harm is not going to happen. That's kind of what I was getting at, so never mind.
Okay. Yeah. So, does anyone have anything that kind of keeps them, like, keeps a sense of time for them? Like, I don't know.
Like time sense or something like that, or like a spell or something?
Yeah, or even, I don't know, like anything that you would make an argument to track time, or just a familiarity with tracking time through the night, basically.
Only argument.
Find the distance of the moon.
I have the background Night Watch.
Okay, you probably can have a sense of time at night.
The only argument I would have for like timekeeping is knowing the best time of day or night to collect the medicinal herbs for being an herbalist.
Okay.
Dude, I've been alive for 40 years for the past like 4 hours. I don't know how time works.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, I would say Bokland of everyone probably has the best sense, but Kiara would have a decent sense of time. Kiara, for you, it's late in the evening, but it is not morning. As in, it is still PM. When you guys start seeing the flicker of a fire in the distance, for Bokland, it's probably about 11 p.m. by your estimation. When you guys see that, it is well and truly night.
Seeing the fire in the distance, if the people were getting ready to sleep or sleeping, I'm going to begin to rouse them because, well, there's a fire in the distance, and the only thing that we know that's in this woods are goblins and the witch. So stands to reason that there's goblins or a witch over there. Friends, we appear to have a problem.
Alex, do goblins still hate dogs in this Pathfinder?
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Dogs and horses.
Interesting. Is the fire moving towards us?
No. No. It seems stationary.
If we move quietly, we could give them a reason to fear the darkness.
I could go take a look and tell you what's over there.
Bokland's going to do the same, and by do the same, I mean he's literally just going to slip out of the our camp and just go stealth and go towards there.
So wait, you guys are camping at this point?
I thought that we were, but
Oh,
I thought we kept going.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we were
kept
moving.
going.
okay, never mind.
yeah. I think you guys decided to keep going.
Then Bokland's going to just kind of be like, okay, well, we should probably scout it out a moment. You all with the torches should stay back.
Okay, so who all's going forward and who's staying back? Is it just like one person going to scout, or
I'm gonna
I'm-
stay back. I can't see well in the dark, and the torch is a dead giveaway.
Bokland has dark vision, huh?
Yep.
I don't have dark vision, but I also want to help. I don't know how to help.
If you hear a loud bang, that means that you should run. That's my my main spell going off. I should be back momentarily.
How confident are you in getting by?
Very.
Carry on then.
Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Horrorific by Kevin MacLeod, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, remember to refresh those hero points.